Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Springer Floor Care, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Ted Sandine Photography, U.S. Cellular, Jen's Made in the Shade, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, and Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency. Springer Floor Care. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Ted Sandine Photography. U.S. Cellular. Jen's Made in the Shade. The Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson. And Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency. Sinorama Ankeny. Fiscus Jewelers. Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. 72 Degrees, your comfort company. The New York Life Office of Josh Cowart. Rock Valley Physical Therapy. And the Iowa Rush Soccer Club.
Welcome to Centennial High School. We have a wrestling match we're bringing you tonight between the Centennial Jaguars and the Park Hill South Panthers. They are a team coming up from north of Kansas City. It's going to be their first time competing up here in this area, so it's kind of an interesting match. They'll be here competing in the dual tournament this weekend again, too, so they're going to get some extra matches here tonight. We have varsity going on one match, and we have a bunch of other matches going on as well for JV matches on the four other matches that they have set up here at the gym for the meets tomorrow. So we're excited to bring you some early season action and ready to go for some fun matches here tonight. I believe we're starting at 195 tonight, and we'll be going up from there. We're looking forward to bringing you a nice broadcast here. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Bennett Homes Real Estate. We love working with both our buyers and sellers throughout the Des Moines area. We work relentlessly to ensure your expectations are exceeded and take great pride in working with you through every step of the buying or selling process. It did just get confirmed we are starting at 195. Looks like we might have Jack Cahill up against Taylor Zier as one of the first matches. Park Hill South coming in with a couple weights that they have some talented wrestlers at 132 with Dylan Taylor, 170 with Toby Falubi, and 215 Marcus Barker, I believe, is who's going to be wrestling at 215 or at heavyweight, one of the two. And one of the captains is that Connor Jackson's going to be at 138-ish, right around there. The weights for the Missouri wrestlers are a little bit different, as the weight classes are slightly different than they are in Iowa. So we'll see how they match up as the meet unfolds here. Once again, we got JV matches going on around here. Got a great crowd here for this early season matchup and early season JV matches as well. Looks like we're not even going to have starting lineups today. We're just going to go right into the matches.
Starting off action at 195 this evening for the Park Hill South Panthers, Taylor Zaire. And for the Jaguars, Jack Cahill.
Jack Cahill against Taylor Zier. A little hand fighting to start to match out, feeling each other out a little bit. Cahill in on a weak single there, back up to the feet. Once again, hand fighting, looking for inside position. And on a nice single, gets flattened out by the wrestler from South Hills Park. Park Hill South, rather. Takedown for Zier, 2-0. Got a minute left here in the first period. Cahill back up to his feet for an escape, 2-1 to Zier, with 55 seconds left to go here in the first period. Cahill's been one that's been the offensive force here. It's just gotten flattened out twice here. He's once again trying to get on a single. He's just letting himself get flattened out. Got back up to his feet that time, no takedown. 2-1 in favor of Park Hill South, Zier. Nice takedown from Cahill, 2 points. 3-2 in favor of Cahill with 8 seconds left to go here in the first period. Nice little sit out from Zier. It's covered up by Cahill. Trying to get control of that arm. First period ends. 3-2 for Cahill. Centennial chooses and they defer to the third period. Park Hill South, Zier chooses down. Referee talking through some of the commands that he'll be using here. Second period started. Zier immediately up to his feet for 1 point. It's a 3-3 tie, 5 seconds into the second period. Cahill once again working head control. Pushing that head down and then drops in on the single. Gets stretched out a little bit, but he's getting his feet back underneath of him. Getting over the side of the mat, off the side of the mat. Neutral position, back to the middle. 3-3, minute 38 left in the second period. Cahill's really working the back side of the neck of Zier, trying to push that head down. Phantom single, goes back in on another single. Switches over to a double. He's got to get that head up, get his feet underneath of him. Zier's doing a good job of stretching him out. Just waiting for the blood to get cleaned up here on the mat to get started again in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for Marcus Parker over Mitchell Greider, Centennial. Parker had the choice for the second period. He chose down this time instead of deferring. Greider trying to get it right here. 1:45 left in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for Parker. Not a lot of action here on the from the bottom here, but Greider's doing a pretty good job of riding. A minute 20 left to go here in the second period. Still a 2-0 lead for Parker. Both wrestlers just kind of getting into the right position here to get things going here. Greider's getting a little high to the side. Parker's just working his way out. He's got a single in on the side there, but hasn't given up any points yet. 55 seconds left to go here in the second period. Got to be pretty close to a stalemate here as Grider starts to get some control back and get those legs covered up. He does so. He does have that arm trap there if he can use that to his advantage. 40 seconds left to go here in the second period. Still a 2-0 lead for Parker over Grider. Grider works the near side cradle but doesn't get it locked up. Pushes him off the edge of the mat. They'll go back to the middle. Grider's held him down for almost a minute 30 here in the second period. Done a great job riding. Looking to get some back points here before the match ends here. The period ends. Got a half Nelson. He's pulling hard on. Switches over to just trying to get hand control, see what they can do. 15 seconds left to go here in the second period. 2-0 lead for Parker still. Nice little ride from Grider here. Breaks him down to stomach and starts to work the arms again. 1 second left to go here in the second period. We'll go to the third period. Just a 2-0 lead for Parker over Grider. Grider's going to choose down in the third period. Hopes to get a quick escape, and we'll end this match probably on our feet with takedowns here. 2-0 lead for Parker. 2 minutes left to go here for the third period. Got a caution to the Park Hill South wrestler. Just jumped a little bit. Grabs an ankle. Tries to break Grider down. Grider does get broken down. Grider right back to base. Parker working a 2-on-1. Nice hand control from the Park Hill South Panther wrestler. Nice tight waist. Grider tries to stand up, is immediately thrown back down to the mat. Little switch try there, gets his hips out. Parker switches over to a single and escape for Grider. It's 2-1, 2-1. Parker still leading 2-1 with a takedown in the first period. This is going to end up on our feet. A minute 15 left in the first period. Once again, Grider's in on a deep single here, is able to cover it over. 2 points for Grider. 3-2 with a minute left to go here in the third period. Grider should be in a good position here as he rode Marcus Parker the whole second period. He'll look to do that for the last minute of this period. .45 seconds left to go. Grider still milking this 3-2 lead. Parker not doing much on the bottom here, just kind of posting out. Grider breaks him down to his base again. 30 seconds left to go. Still 3-2 lead for Grider. Parker tries to get a stand up, but Grider pulls it back down to the mat. 15 seconds left to go here in the third period. Grider's got that ankle, is pulling that up, trying to break down Parker, and he does so. 5 seconds left to go. 3-2 lead for Grider. Nice little win from Mitchell Grider. Battled on that one. Gave up the takedown in the first period. Was able to get an escape and a takedown in the third period for a 3-2 win. For a 6-0 score. Centennial over Park Hill South. 2 wins. Next weight we'll be going to is heavyweights. We'll have to see who we're going to be throwing out there. I'm guessing for the Centennial it's going to be Max Dickinson. And we'll have to see for Park Hill South, maybe Kiros Martin. Yep, it'll be Max Dickinson against Kiros Martin from Park Hill South. Dickinson in on an early single. Got his head down, he's not bringing it up. He needs to get that foot up in the air, get his head out. He's coming out the backside here. Maybe get a switch over to a double. Good position, getting his back up to his feet, controlling that leg. Then controlling that head at the same time. Nice little takedown for Max Dickinson. Almost got some back points. 2-0 lead with 1:20 left to go. Martin right up and gets an escape. It's 2-1 lead for Dickinson, 2-1. 1:15 left to go here in the first period. Nice take it down from Martin. 2 points. It's a 3-2 lead for Park Hill South. A minute left to go here in the first period. Martin pulling that arm all the way across, using that to try to turn over and get some back points. Gives up on that. He's in a bad position with 40 seconds left to go. He's giving up his leg, single leg to Dickinson. Dickinson needs to grab that and do what he did in the first takedown of the night. Pick that leg up. $20 left to go here in the first period. Still a 3-2 lead for Kiros Martin. Dickinson looks to be almost covering up for a takedown, and he does get the takedown. 2 points for the takedown. Almost trying to get the back points here at the end. 1 second left to go. We'll see if he gets any points. 2 for a takedown, a 2 for a reversal. I don't know about that. Holy cow. I don't know if complete control was given up on that one or not, but that's what the ref called. So it's a 5-4 lead for Martin going into the second period. Should be Centennial's choice for the third match of the night. He defers to the third period. Kiros Martin chooses down. He did a great job of getting right up to his feet for the first takedown in the first period. We'll look to probably do the same thing in the second period here. Kiros with the escape. 6-4 lead for him. He's right back at it. 1:45 left to go here in the second period. Martin Dickinson in on a single. Drops that head every time. Now when you get that head up, gives up the takedown to Martin. 8-4 lead for Martin. 1:20 left to go here in the second period. Martin's working the crossface. Looks like he's looking for a cradle. Gives that up. Still trying to work a cradle there, but it's not a very good one here, as Dickinson's able to break that out and get back up to his base. Gains control of the hands, gets his own escape. 8-5 lead for Martin. Dickinson's get bull rushed here. Gives up the takedown and goes right to his back. He's in trouble. Martin's top here, getting back points as well as the 2-point takedown. It's a 10-5 lead with 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. That's a pin for Martin. That's a pin with 30 seconds left to go here in the second period for Kiros Martin. That levels the team score 6-6 going into our fourth match of the night. We're going to be jumping down to 106. Looks like we have Wyatt Toigo versus Kale Vandermark.
Now wrestling at weight class 106 for Park Hill South, Wyatt Toigo, and for the Jaguars, Kale Vandermark.
Match starting at 106. Once again, it's Kale Vandermark versus Wyatt Toigo at 106 pounds. Vandermark with a nice takedown right 10 seconds into the match. Working a crossface. Looks like he's going to be working on a cradle or rolling that under. Picks up that arm. Is going to get some back points. Minute 40 left to go here in the first period. Nice little pinning combination from Vandermark there. Rolling that over, getting his count. Toigo's in trouble here. Needs to let that roll through a little bit, get those shoulders down. It's going to be very close to a pin. That's a pin right there. There's it is. 1:16 left in the first period. That's a pin for Kale Vandermark. That puts the team score from 6-6 up to 12-6. Nice little match for Kale Vandermark. Next at 112 or 113, we'll have his brother coming up. Another Vandermark will be wrestling against Klein Wolterink. As Noah will be out on the mat next.
Now wrestling at 113 for Parkville South, Noah, Klein Wolterink, and for the Jaguars, Cody Vandermark.
Nice little drag by takedown for Vandermark. Picking up right where his brother left off. Nice hand control. Nice tight waist series he's working here. Tight waist series. Capture that far side arm. Probably will jump over for a crossface now. He's just going to roll it under just like his brother just did in the match before. Gets control of both of those arms. Flips that leg over. And he's got some back points coming now. Got 2 points near fall, so it's a 4-0 lead for Vandermark. Cody Vandermark with 1:15 left to go here in the first period. Goes right back to that hand control, arm control roll through there. He's getting back points once again. I think he'll try to settle in and get that pin here, just like his brother did in the first period. Settling down. A minute left to go here in the first period. That's a pin for Vandermark. 44 seconds left to go in the first period. Kale have a little bit of bragging rights over his brother tonight with a faster pin. Both of them in the first period. A great start with the lower weights for the Centennial Jaguars. 18-6 team lead. Second line of the, we got the scoreboard up on the second line of the scoreboards that they have in each of the matches here. So we had a, looks like at 120 we had a forfeit. So at 126 we'll have Ryan Moeller. Maybe Noah Bauer out here for the Panthers.
Now wrestling in weight class 126 for the Parkville South Panthers, Noah Bauer, and for the Jaguars, Ryan Mueller.
Yeah, we'll have Ryan Mueller at 126 versus Noah Bauer. Shaking hands, get that match started. 2 minutes here in the first period. Nice little duck under single for Mueller. 2-0 score, 15 seconds into the match. Working a 2-on-1 grip, breaking Bauer down, trying to work those arms hardcore. Dropped in a half Nelson here, but Bauer does a nice job of posting up on that, not letting him get rolled over. 2-on-1 worked again for Muller. Minute 15 left to go here in the first period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Centennial Jaguar. Trapping that arm, that near side arm with a half Nelson. This is going to be not a good spot for Noah Bauer to be in right now. Very close to a pin. It's a pin with 1 minute left to go in the first period. Ryan Muller with the pin. Brings our team score from 30 up to 30-6. 3 consecutive pins at the lower weights and a forfeit to gain a slight lead in the match. We jumping up to 132. Got Tyler Brennan for the Jaguars. He'll be wrestling, looks like maybe Dylan Taylor.
32 for the Parkville South Panthers, Dylan Taylor. And for the Jaguars, Tyler Brennan.
Dylan Taylor's coming us tonight. He's a senior, one of the team captains for the Park Hills South Panthers. Should be a good match. Talked to one of the Centennial coaches earlier today. Said Tyler's had a real good start of the season in practice, so we'll look to have a good match out of him tonight as well. Both wrestlers kind of fighting on the bottom here. Probably going to get a stalemate here in a second. Brennan does have pretty good position here. May come out with the takedown here. Gets out the backside, gets control. Both wrestlers doing a great job of scrambling here. Got 2 points for who? Got 2 points for the Park Hill South wrestler. Interesting call. 2-0 with a minute, just a little bit over a minute left to go here in the first period. Nice little drag through half Nelson, getting worked by Dylan Taylor here. He's going to get some back points. Just got a single count. Tyler's going to try to get off the edge of the mat here as he's close to the edge to save himself, but he doesn't get out of danger. No back points given up. Still a 2-0 lead for Dylan Taylor, one of the senior captains for the Panthers. Jump the gun a little bit. That'll be a caution for Dylan Taylor. Another caution. .30 seconds left to go here in the first period. Still a 2-0 lead for Taylor from Park Hill South Panthers. Nice little rollover tilt. Gets 1 count there, but not any points. He's going to try it again. Tyler Brennan's done a pretty good job of getting off his back, and no count again. Dylan Taylor's got this in lock pretty hard, but there's only 3 seconds left to go here in the first period. Won't get any back points out of it. Still a 2-0 lead going into the second period for Taylor from the Panthers. Centennial has the choice. Defers. Park Hills will take it down for the second period. This will be the first time in the match. Taylor's been on the bottom, so we'll see how that goes for Brennan. Nice little sit out, covered fairly well by Brennan right away. Trying to work hand control. Goes to a tight waist and ankle. .15 seconds into the second period. Nice little Grammy roll when they hit the ground, but Brennan does a pretty good job of staying on top and keeping right behind Taylor. Brennan's at the edge of the mat, off the edge of the mat. They'll go back down for Taylor down on the bottom and Brennan riding. Minute 30 left to go here in the second period. 2-0 lead still for Taylor from South Hills Park. Gets up to his feet and doesn't get any disconnects, so there was no reversal, no escape given. Went right over to a reversal. So it's a 4-0 lead for Taylor. Nice little combination there for Taylor to get up, stay connected, and get right back into a double leg and got that takedown. Taylor's got a half Nelson in pretty deep with it. Got the arm trapped on the other side. Off the edge of the mat. 2 back points given to Taylor, so a 6-0 lead with 50 seconds left to go here in the second period. Brennan trying to find a way to get up from the bottom and get up to his feet and get this back into neutral to get that takedown. 6-0 lead still for Taylor. Very close to a full Nelson there, which would have been a penalty point. Nice little sit out here for Brennan here with 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Looking to get that 1 point. But Taylor does a nice job of covering up the legs. Brennan looks over at the coaches from Centennial and gets the indicator from Jay Grawl to go up to his feet. So they'll be up at neutral. See if he can do for takedowns here. A little exchanging of some hand fighting there, heavy hand fighting. 6-0 lead still for Taylor. 15 seconds have gone by here in the third period, 1:45 left. Six to 0 lead here for Taylor. Brennan's going to need to start taking some chances here and work these takedowns as he's going to run out of time. Nice little weak single, switches over to a double for Taylor. Nice job on the edge of the mat, good control. Another takedown for him. It's 8-0 lead with 1:20 left to go here in the third period. Still working on the edge of the mat here. Out of bounds, they'll be moved back into the center of the ring. Minute 5 left to go here in the third period. Still an 8-0 lead for Dylan Taylor of the Panthers. Taylor's done a pretty good job of riding Brennan on each of his takedowns here in the match. Brennan does get up the feet right as I say that and off the edge of the mat. Brennan will still be down. 43 seconds left to go here in the third period. It's still an 8-0 lead for Dylan Taylor. Caution once again for top wrestler. I want to say that's the third caution of the match here. He had 2 cautions in the first period, I believe, as well. Should have been a point there. Got 1:24 left to go here in the third period. Taylor's taking a second to tie his shoes here. The referee's going to call him back to the middle. Surprised the referee let him get water in the first place. Not sure what really happened with the score there. The timing went from like 1:40 to down to 30 seconds here. So we just got 30 seconds left to go here in the third period. 8-0 lead for Dylan Taylor. Still riding a 2-on-1 on the near side. Trapping that arm. Nice little sit out from Tyler Brennan. That's the end of the match. 8-0 win for Dylan Taylor.
Team score standings: Jaguars 30, Panthers 10.
Be a major decision for the Panther wrestler. Gets them 4 points, so that puts the team score from 30 to 10.
Class 138 for the Panthers, Connor Jackson. And for the Jaguars, Kale Weiner.
And 138 will have Kale Weiner for the Centennial Jaguars. Already got a takedown versus Connor Jackson from the Panthers. Early takedown for Weiner. Two to 0 lead. Minute 30 left to go here in the first period. Weiner's doing a good job of getting that arm across the bag there, across the back, and is rolling that over. Has got that near side arm trapped as well. Connor Jackson's going to be in a bad position here. Actually does get himself out of there. We got some back points in hand, I believe. Jackson's doing a good job of scrambling through here. He's got Weiner's arm trapped in the inside. Kale finally does get that arm out. He's going to be slowly work his way out of where he's at. Can maybe sit on this, maybe get a pin out of it. Nope, no pin there, and no back points either. Still just a 2-0 lead for Kale. Once again, we're at 138. 30 to 10 lead for the Jaguars in the team score. 35 seconds left to go here in the first period. Kale goes for a standing cradle there. It does not go well. Gets himself into a little bit of bad position. He'll have to work his way out as we enter the final 20 seconds of the first period. Jackson's doing a pretty good job of some arm control on the far side, and maybe a stalemate here in a few seconds. Just 9 seconds left to go. It is called a stalemate. They'll go back to the middle of the mat. Connor Jackson still on the bottom. 7 seconds left to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Kale Weiner. Caution for the Park Hill South wrestler. I'll be into the first period. 2-0 lead for Kale Weiner. I want to call out one of our sponsors, Bennett Home Real Estate. We love working with both buyers and sellers throughout the Des Moines area. We work relentlessly to ensure your expectations are exceeded and take great pride in working with you through each and every step of the buying or selling process. Once again, thanks for the sponsorship for tonight. Weiner starts on the bottom in the second period here. Working hand control. Nice little reversal for him. 4-0 lead for Kale with just 15 seconds into the second period. May give up a re-reversal back to Jackson. Able to grab a leg there right at the last second. Once again, he'll have to work his way back up into a better position. Does grab that far side arm and is going to get some back points out of it this time, looks like. Yep. Does a nice job of trapping that near side arm and got a half Nelson between the legs there. I was able to just roll that over as he settled there. Did a nice job of getting some back points here in just a really interesting position. Off the edge of the mats, go back into the middle. A 6-0 lead for Kale Weiner. A minute left to go here in the second period. 45 seconds left to go here in the second period. Kale got a near side cradle. Gonna get some more back points out of here. In pretty good position, may get the pin here. Looks like it might be a pin. There it is, nice job. 31 seconds left to go here in the second period. A pin for Kale Wiener. We're going to be jumping up to 145 next. I believe we'll have Lucas Brule jumping in here. We're returning state place winner last year.
Next, in weight class 145 for Park Hill South, Trenton Parker. And for Centennial, Lucas Brule.
That'll be Trenton Parker for Park Hill South versus Lucas Brule. Looks like Buzz Kunslow is going to survive to the second period. It's a 5-0 lead at the end of the first period for Ari Eltz. Green defers to the third period. Kinslow chooses neutral. Start of the second period, 10 seconds in. 5-0 lead for Ari Eltz of the Jaguars. Distant single, didn't try to really set that one up at all, and his Kinslow's able to sprawl and get better positioning. Nice little drag through attempt by Ari Eltz is countered. Minute 30 left to go, 5-0 lead. Kinslow in on a nice little double leg, gets 2 points, and it's a 5-2 lead for Eltz. Switch try here for Eltz, gets up to his feet. Looks like he's going to get the reversal, 2 points. 7-2 lead for Eltz. 1 minute left to go here in the second period. Working that arm bar with the near side tilt, switching over to that far side half Nelson. He's going to be looking to get this one in a little bit deeper, maybe get the pin here. With 45 seconds left to go here in the second period, we're very close to getting a pin here. 40 seconds left to go, 7-2 lead. Will be a 10-2 lead here shortly once the back points get awarded. They just got awarded. He'll be working that half Nelson again, pulling him right back over and getting back points again here, doing a good job of working the edge of the mat. Settles back into a better pinning combination for the pin. Pin there with 16 seconds left to go here in the second period. A pin for Ari Eltz. That puts us up to a 48-10 lead for the Jaguars in the team score. Want to call out one of our sponsors again. Bennett Homes Real Estate. We love working with both buyers and sellers throughout the Des Moines area. We work relentlessly to ensure your expectations are exceeded and take great pride in working with you through every step of the buying or selling process. Once again, appreciate Bennett Homes Real Estate. We're going to be jumping up to 160. Joel Talmadge for the Jaguars, and we'll have Mason Quarles for the Panthers. Got a minute 30 left to go here in the first period. Both wrestlers still kind of feeling each other out. A couple takedown attempts, didn't really amount to anything so far. This is at 160. Once again, it's Joel Talmadge versus Mason Quarles. Both wrestlers try to fight for inside position. Just a double try there for Talmage. Didn't really amount to anything. Corals is able to sprawl out of that fairly easily. Ooh, nice little drag by single. Joel gets a pretty decent position, but gives it up there and couldn't get around the corner. He'll come back to that, hopefully. Six, 15 seconds left to go. Thomas tries to throw here on the edge of the mat. Ooh, very close to getting a big throw there right on the edge of the mat for Talmage. 10 seconds left to go here on the first period. 0-0 score. Coach for Park Hill South's fired up about something there as we end the first period. 0-0 score. Park Hill South is going to go ahead and choose down for the second period. Be the first time we've seen both of the wrestlers down on the mat. Whole first period was contained completely in the neutral position. Talmage doing a great job of riding that one out and was able to get Corals back down the mat. He's put a leg in. He's going to try to work the grapevine here, pushing that with that leg in on the near side and push to the far side. Half Nelson is going to be able to get some back points here. He pressures that one harder and harder over. Mason Corals tries to reach back, but that just drives that Half Nelson in a little bit deeper. Should have some back points coming here. Talmage tries to get that other hook into the legs there and is not able to do so, but still has that Half Nelson in really, really deep right now. Potentially dangerous on the Half Nelson. They'll go back up to the referee's position. Not really sure about that call. It's a pinning combination there. He's got to quit fighting it if he wants to quit eating that Half Nelson. We've got 1:13 left to go here in the second period. Looks like we may have some blood out here. I think Coral saw that blood on him and was like, hey, I need a little bit of a rest here, so I'm going to point that out and get my wits back about me here. Maybe not a bad idea after he got kind of twisted up in a knot there for a few minutes there, a few seconds there here, right before they broke and came back to the middle of the match. Looks like we got Joel cleaned up. He'll be back here out on the mat. So Corals at the beginning of the period had a flurry of action. 1:12 left to go here. Once again, Corals has a pretty good flurry of action there. Tries to suck it back on the sit out and get some back points here, but Corals is in a pretty good position. Is probably going to get an escape here in a few seconds here to get the first points of the match. But Talmage is holding on to that head with that front headlock and hasn't given up any points yet. Trying to drag him back down to the mat. He's to reach out and grab one of those legs and trip him backwards. Switches over to a double leg for Mason and is given 2 points on the edge of the mat. Nice job of working the edge of the mat. It'll be a 2-0 lead for Corals. 35 seconds left to go here in the second period. Talmage will look to get back to his feet and get that 1 point to go into the third period with an opportunity to tie it up with an escape as well. 20 seconds left to go here. This match at 160. Talmage does get the escape, 1 point. It's 2-1 for Coral, still in the lead. They get back in the middle. 10 seconds left to go. Nice little drag by for Talmage. Able to get him to the mat for 2 points right at the end of the second period. That's time for the second period. 3-2 lead for Talmadge. Nice work at the end of the end of the period for Joel. Way to keep working. He'll choose down for the third period. Looks like, I don't know what happened here. Looks like they're back up in it. Oh, he gave up a point for neutral position. Didn't even start the match. Okay, so Quarles gives up the point and goes back up, not having to do the release motion for that. So it's a 4-2 lead for Talmadge with 1 minute 45 seconds left to go here in the third period. Looks like it's going to come down to takedowns here. Talmadge in on a deep single, able to get that head up. Nice job of sprawling for Quarles. Goes off the edge of the mat. We'll get a warning on red for fleeing the edge of the mat. I don't know about that call. Looks like he tried to throw right at the edge of the mat. Minute 30 left to go here in the third period. Oh, nice little ankle pick. Almost worked. Just needed to pick that up and push on the top there. Would have got the nice little job there. In on a deep single again. Locks his hands. Takes it to the mat. Off the edge of the mat. Minute 14 left to go. Talmadge almost had an opportunity to get another takedown there. Would have put this in a really great position for the Jaguars. Looks like Quarles is really struggling with some finish right now. Quarles in on a nice double. Gets pulled right back up to the feet. Tries a throw here. Does get the headlock. 2 points. Is going to get back points here. 55 seconds left to go here in the third period. That's a pin for Quarles. 35 seconds left to go here in the third period. That's how quickly matches can change here in wrestling. Talmadge had a pretty good handle on that match and was going in the right direction and just gave up a throw here with about 50 seconds left to go and gave up the pin. So at 170, looks like we'll have Logan Song from the Jaguars and Toby Falubi for the Panthers. Toby's one of the team captains.
Up next, in weight class 170 for Parkville South, Toby Falubi. And for Centennial, Logan Song.
So that brings the team score up to 48-16, I believe. We lost the score on the scoreboard here, but I believe that's right. Yep. Song, a veteran wrestler for the Jaguars. "20 seconds into the first period. Both wrestlers feeling themselves out for positioning. Fireman's carry try or high crotch try. Song got a hold of an arm there, was able to maybe for a second was opportunity to go for a throw, but Falubi does a pretty good job of getting his hips back under control and getting out of there, and we're back into neutral position. Falubi tries a double leg from really far out. Referee calls in the middle of a takedown attempt there, calls the break in the action for the headgear falling off. I think he regrets blowing the whistle on that one for sure, because they were in the middle of a scramble there, and that's definitely not something to stop the match for, as headgear coming off. 45 seconds left to go here in the first period. Got a full complement of Jaguar cheerleaders down there smacking that mat and echoing through the whole gym right now. Maverick, how many cheerleaders are out there right now? Got Andy Pollack working the producing tonight for tonight's match. We appreciate it. 11 cheerleaders, says Maverick, out there pounding on the mat, cheering on the Jaguars. 5 seconds left to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie between Toby Falubi and Logan Song. It'll be Centennial's choice for the second period. He's going to go ahead and choose down. Falubi working a roll under on the near side arm, trying to get that up on the back, work that arm bar. Putting a lot of pressure on Song's shoulder, but Song's just able to post out and is not in too much trouble there, but does make that arm get pretty tired as you move along here. Minute 25 left to go. He does get that arm all the way onto the back. Decent position, gets a little high. Song uses it to his advantage. It gets back up to the feet. 2-1 or 1-0 lead for Logan Song with the escape. Falubi once again loses his headgear as they got back up to the feet, so the referee called a stop in the action, which is the correct usage of the stoppage. With a minute 10 left to go here in the second period. It's a 1-0 lead for Logan Song as they're both in the neutral position. Song chose down for the second period, so I assume that Toby Falubi will choose down in the third period. So somebody's going to need to get a takedown to get a lead in this match. 55 seconds left to go in the second period. Double leg attempt from pretty far out. Didn't really get that set up, so Song's able to counter that fairly easily. Ooh, nice little high crotch duck through. Nice double leg right to the back. 2 points for Song. He's getting back points. Nice little combination there for the takedown right to the back. Song's in a good position here for the pin with 9 seconds left to go here in the second period. He rolls out of it, goes right into an arm bar. He's going to take him over again for some more back points. That should have been a 3 and a 2 there. Coach Groves asking for a explanation on the extra back points, and he does not award those. So we got a 3 back points, 2 takedown, and a reversal or an escape all in the second period for Song for a 6-0 lead going into the third period. Like I assumed, Toby Falubi is going to choose down position for the third period. We'll be doing some working up to his feet here, trying to get hand control. Song does a pretty good job of rolling under an arm and getting him broken down. He does a great job of getting that arm up onto the back. He's going to work that pinning combination again. He's got that head, pulling up that chin. Just needs to get his feet free, get control of that arm, and just run it. Headgear's falling off again. Ooh, got a nice little arm bar across the back here. Song's going to get outside. He's got that arm trapped on the back. Falubi's in a really bad position here. able to get himself off the edge of the mat to get out of that pinning combination. So there's an extra point given there, and I'm not really sure what. So fleeing the mat. Was it headgear? Gave a penalty point for the headgear? Got it. So penalty point for the headgear coming off of again. So it's a 7-0 lead for Logan Song. I don't think I've ever seen that called, but this may be the situation that it does apply. Song in a commanding position here with 1:15 left to go here in the third period. He's done a great job of controlling Falubi on the top situation here by controlling those arms and rolling them under and working that armbar series. Tries for a little tight waist tilt there. 50 seconds left to go here in the third period. Still a 7-0 lead for Logan Song. Got that arm bar up on the back. As you see, to get out to the side, he's going to be able to roll this one over. 40 seconds left to go. Got a lot of time to get the pin. Get those 16 points for the Jaguars. Settling in nicely here. Back points are being counted. He's got to sit through, get those arms under control, get those shoulder blades down. He's very close to a pin with 25 seconds left to go. Here in the third period, Falubi's in all sorts of trouble. It's a pin for Logan Song. 21 seconds left to go here in the third period. That leads us to a 54-16 team score for the Jaguars. Once again, I'd like to give our appreciation to one of our sponsors, Bennett Home Real Estate. We love working with both buyers and sellers throughout the Des Moines area. We work relentlessly to ensure your expectations are exceeded and take great pride in working with you through every step of the buying or selling process. Got Zach English versus Ashton Kuhn at 182. This match is being wrestled at 182 pounds. Once again, Zach English versus Ashton Kuhn. Minute 30 left to go here in the first period. Mostly hand fighting so far. Off the edge of the mat. English frustrated that his headgear is getting pulled to the side here. Is getting a little cockeyed on his head. Even isn't able to see as much. Minute 5 left to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 score between English and Kuhn. Nice little ankle pick from English. Right down on the mat for Kuhn. 2-0 lead for English. English working a 2-on-1. Looks like he's looking for a tilt or maybe the offside half Nelson. Does a near side half Nelson. Kuhn pulls that off, trying to get back up to his base. 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. Kuhn works back up to his base. English has got that arm trapped and maybe going to get some back points here at the end of the first period here. In decent position. Gets that chin wrenching that chin over. 5 seconds left to go here in the first period. He's going to get at least 2 back points here. That's the end of the first period. Got 2 back points for English. It's a 4-0 lead going into the second period. Kuhn gets a choice in the second period. He'll choose down. English putting in a leg. Actually, he's just going to trap the leg with a little figure 4 on his near side. Going to be working those arms and trying to get outside. Kuhn doing a good, decent job of staying up at his base as he gets stretched out of his base. English going to be working a far side half Nelson here, trying to stuff that head under. He's got a leg, already got one of his legs in there, is using that as a fulcrum there. Nice job of pushing this one, digging it deeper and deeper in. A minute 15 left to go here in the second period, and Kuhn does a great job of getting his weight shifted over onto that shoulder and saves himself from some back points. We're in the far side half with the near side leg in. Once again, he's going to be pushing that head as far under as he can. Just needs to settle down. Got one single count there, no back points. .45 seconds left to go here in the second period. 4-0 lead for Zach English at 182 pounds over Ashton Kuhn. Working a little bit on the edge of the mat. .24 seconds left to go as they break, come back to the middle. English goes right to a legs and go to that near far side half. We'll work that again with 15 seconds left to go. I don't know if he's going to have time to get it sunk in deeply enough. Kuhn's trying to hold on to that leg there to give him something to hold on to there, but I don't think it's going to be enough time to get this one worked over with 5 seconds left to go. He just does break that. Not enough time. No back points. 4-0 lead for Zach English going into the third period. He'll choose down. It's Centennial's choice. 2 minutes left to go in this match. 4-0 lead for English. Caution called on the red wrestler from Park Hills. English once again. Kuhn doing a good job of riding here, actually. It's Zach English has been on top for the most of the match here, is working his way out here. Kuhn puts in a leg and tries to keep himself on top. He's getting a little bit high. English is just going to try to shake him off here. Get into better position. He does have the head here. He's going to start to roll that up and see if he can get a pin out of this potentially. Kuhn's could potentially have some trouble here, and English is in kind of some trouble here. Kuhn very, very high, but is able to get back in a decent position. Still a 4-0 lead for English on the bottom here. Needs to get out to get that escape point and work from neutral feet. Kuhn doing a good job of holding him down. A minute left to go here in the third period. .35 seconds left to go. 4-0 lead for English. Not much happening here in the third period and action-wise here in the second half of the period. Kuhn's got that leg in. He's going to look to get that half Nelson in to try to get some back points here to level this match out. English done a good job to get him high, and it gives up, gets the reversal for a 6-0 lead with 10 seconds left to go here in the third period for English. 6-0 English over Kuhn. That's the end of the match. 6-0 win for Zach English at 182. That'll bring the point total from up to 57-16. And that brings us to the end of the match. 57-16 for a final. Had a great time with Centennial Digital today for our first broadcast of wrestling for the season. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Bennett Home Real Estate. They love working with both buyers and sellers throughout the Des Moines area. We work relentlessly to ensure your expectations are exceeded and take great pride in working with you and through every step of the buying and selling process. So I want to conclude up tonight. This is Austin Oliver for Centennial Digital. We're going to be bringing you live action tomorrow. There's going to be a dual tournament that we'll be broadcasting. Not a lot of commentating, but a lot of wrestling will be shown. Park Hill South will be joining us again tomorrow for that tournament. I think we have 7 teams here tomorrow, I believe. And once again, both these teams will be in action tomorrow as well for that matches tomorrow. So we'll look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Tune in to Centennial Digital. Once again, really appreciate our title sponsor, Bennett Home Real Estate. Thanks a lot. Good night.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency. Springer Floor Care. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Ted Sandine Photography. U.S. Cellular. Jen's Made in the Shade. The Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson. And Fiscus Jewelers. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Dick Jirash Fitness, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, U.S. Cellular, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.